What is up, everyone? Welcome to Electric Invest. My name is Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about the two most popular stocks right now when it comes to the EV sector. And you guys guessed it, that is Tesla and NIO. And this video is a little bit more straight to the point. I'm going to be talking about the amazing record numbers from both companies because I invest in both. We're going to be talking about the quarter deliveries for Tesla as well as NIO. We're also going to be diving a little bit on a few pieces of news that just happened this week. And this is just going to be to help us have a little bit of perspective for both Tesla and NIO, just so that we can have a little more understanding for what's going to happen this week, which can potentially, hopefully, give you guys a little bit better picture when it comes to both of these companies. Don't forget to subscribe to Electric Invest and hit the notification button so you don't miss the next video. And with that being said, let's begin, guys. And I want to start with Tesla stock that just got a new price target of $810 from $540 from Morgan Stanley. As you can see from the stock after hours, it just ended up jumping over 2.4%. It literally just came out of nowhere just a few hours ago today. And up until now, Dan Ives from Wedbush was actually the most bullish analyst on the Wall Street because he was giving a bull case of up to $1,000 a share, which I'm about to talk about in a moment. But this rising stock price is going to give a lot of pressure on the benchmarked funds that are still yet to purchase Tesla shares. As a matter of fact, check out this tweet that I have from Gary Black, which is a former CEO of Aegon Asset Management. And he basically said that $8 trillion from the S&P benchmarked active managers who hold no Tesla shares versus 1.7 benchmarked shares still don't hold any Tesla shares, which would be 1.7%, because they think that it is overpriced, and he essentially calls them the new shorts. He goes on saying that at 1.7% benchmark, the S&P active managers would need 190 million shares, which equals 25% of the total float. So this is just massive catalyst happening for Tesla right now. And you know, $810 a share is something that a lot of us long-term investors don't find as extreme or surprising, but for the consensus on the market has become something that is just pushing a lot more buying pressure on Tesla shares. It seems like it's just not going to stop ever since we learned that it was going to be added to the S&P 500, which was just the last push towards the end of 2020's rally to make the stock become an official blue chip. A lot of people now see Tesla stock as a major investment, while others are a little bit skeptical because they're a little bit scared. They know that Tesla stock has gone up a lot, and even if they wanted to invest into Tesla, they have started looking into other companies such as NIO. But when it comes to Tesla specifically, one of the major reasons why Tesla is so popular is not just because of the first mover advantage that Tesla has by becoming the first mainstream electric car maker that also happens to do autonomous driving, software, solar, and energy storage. It is also the major fact that Tesla is the first EV company to be profitable. Now, a lot of people say that NIO is definitely going to be profitable faster than Tesla was given the same time frame. But let's not forget that NIO has had a lot of government help, and NIO has not been beaten down so much compared to Tesla. Tesla needed to show the world at the time in which people didn't even believe in electric cars that electric cars were actually the future. And NIO is coming in a timeline in which Tesla already existed. So NIO, aside from the fact that it's getting a little bit of government help, is coming from a slightly less harsh timing. But then again, I invest in both companies in this video specifically to help you guys have a little bit of understanding on both companies if you're interested in diversifying on both. As you guys already know, Tesla ended up delivering 499,550 vehicles, which puts it just shy of 450 vehicles below the 500,000 target. Now, a lot of those vehicles were delivered just after this date, so this is something that I am pretty sure that we're going to be hearing about later on. They just don't qualify for the 2020 countdown because if there was even one little mistake in the paperwork, car could not be delivered. So that's another reason why Tesla missed those numbers. But Tesla ended up producing 509,737 vehicles, and we know for sure that Tesla has never had a demand problem. We know that Tesla sells every single vehicle that they produced, even if it takes a couple of weeks after, even if maybe they need to wait another quarter. And I want to show you guys real quick right away this video about the crowds going into the Tesla showrooms, completely crowding the Tesla Model Ys because they're so happy in China that the price cuts for the Tesla Model Y are now below any of NIO's lowest priced vehicles. Now that's not going to be forever, but for the time being, that has caused a tremendous surge. There was this rumor that orders were coming so fast that the website for the orderings ended up crashing, surpassing 100,000 orders, and it has just been confirmed. It is no longer a rumor, and I can finally say that it has actually happened. It was already on the Chinese CCTV, on the news. Both from all the sources that I looked around, it seems like this is legit. But I want to say that this is one of the major reasons why the bull case for Tesla stock is to go to about $1,000, at least from a Wedbush analyst, Dan Ives. Dan Ives has specifically said from weeks ago, actually, for his bullish call of $1,000 a share. And it's no wonder. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of demand. It has already been confirmed apparently, and it's just one of those things that get me excited and a lot of other investors excited about Tesla stock, because it could potentially mean that Tesla has a lot to run up. And this is just on the vehicle side. This is not on the revenue from the full self-driving beta, which is actually being confirmed by Elon Musk in this tweet, that it is actually going to end up getting a subscription option. As a lot of you already know, the full self-driving costs $10,000 right now. It used to cost $8,000 before, but it will continue to go up in price as Elon believes that the full self-driving is actually worth somewhere around $100,000. Now, his reasoning comes from the fact that as the full self-driving keeps getting better and better and better, it ends up becoming extremely valuable to the point that you won't have to have a steering wheel. You'll be able to just get to your car, have absolutely nothing in there but just a lounge, sit there and go. And you could literally have your car making you money as the quote-unquote robo-taxi. I know NIO is also tackling on this, but NIO is using Mobileye for this. And we're going to learn about this in the next few days on NIO Day. But with Tesla specifically, they have been extremely ramping up this software, updating it literally every few days. And when it comes to both Tesla and NIO, we don't value them for the number of vehicles they're doing, even though that is definitely one of the major metrics right now that most analysts are still using. We also got to talk about the fact that Tesla does solar and energy storage, which is something that's ramping up tremendously this year. These are billions and billions of dollars that are going to be coming to Tesla that a lot of analysts are not pricing in, which is literally the reason why we see it as a tech stock and not necessarily as an electric car company. And in my personal opinion, and the multiple years of research that I've been doing into Tesla personally, I have actually come out to the understanding as of right now that Tesla, in my opinion, could definitely reach over $1,000 a share within 2021, because in China, they're expected to do an approximate 550 vehicle deliveries just in China alone. So considering that they did 500,000 vehicles this year, and they're planning on doing 500,000 or more next year just from China, we still got to consider Giga Berlin, which is about to be finished sometime in the middle of 2021 and is going to be ramping up during the year. Terafactory in Austin, Texas, which may probably take a little longer, but it's definitely going to be needed to be counted. The new Gigafactory in India, as well as Romania and Israel, which are new countries that are now being able to order Teslas that couldn't order Teslas before. But in my opinion, it becomes extremely easy for me to see that there are going to be 5 Gigafactories in 2021 or by the late of 2021 that are going to still be ramping up. So 1 million vehicles is extremely feasible for Tesla, putting Tesla stock at potentially already $1,400 a share or more, which would mean that they're doing twice as much vehicles and twice as much revenue on their full self-driving, as well as everything else that they're making money on. This will be a 2x, in my opinion, by the end of 2021 and entering 2022. Again, I'm not even counting the revenue from the solar. I'm not counting the infotainment revenue. I am simply basing it off on the fact that I can see Tesla doubling their numbers in productions only. As a long-term investor, this is just the beginning, because Tesla is just going to continue to blow up, and I think that Tesla is definitely a buy. And if you're still wondering about adding more shares of Tesla, just make sure that you do it on the dips, because that's the way that you're going to be able to maximize your profits. That's just my only opinion and recommendation for anybody who wants to still take advantage of this run up in 2021 and 2022 for Tesla. What do you think about the stock price? I would love to know your comments and whether you agree or disagree with me when it comes to this analysis on Tesla stock. Now I want to move on to NIO. NIO has had record runs in 2020. By far, even if you didn't care too much about this company, you have to admit that if you put a little bit of investment from the beginning of 2020 up until now, your investments more than 10x'd already. So that's something amazing. So as an investor, you're looking to maximize your profits. And again, because this is the focus on this video, NIO has been a success when it comes to that aspect. Now, they are the preferred Chinese company and also the preferred competitor, quote unquote, to Tesla that a lot of people recognize, and a lot of people here in the Western world, not just in China, would love to also buy a NIO and like the idea of the battery swap as a service, as well as the fact that because they focus on servicing and having the highest quality of service, they have tremendous customer satisfaction in that field. Not only that, I tend to think that Nomi is actually pretty cute and it's something nice that just gives a lot of people a warm, fuzzy feeling when they get inside of a NIO. Now, NIO ended up blowing everybody off the park with over 7,000 vehicles, which is an increase of 121% year over year. As some of you may already know, NIO had a target of hitting 16,500 vehicles to 17,000 vehicles to be able to achieve its goal. NIO ended up delivering over 43,728 vehicles in 2020, with the grand majority of those deliveries, as you guys can see in the chart, ended up being on just Q4. So NIO is expecting to do 150,000 vehicle deliveries in 2021, which is definitely going to have a lot of weight on the stock price. The consensus right now amongst many analysts is over $50 a share, and one of the highest ones are from Bank of America, giving NIO a price target of over $59 a share. NIO is already extremely close to those numbers, fluctuating between $53 and $55 a share, with a market cap of almost $70 billion. We know that NIO Day is a tremendous catalyst for NIO, and this is definitely something that a lot of investors are pricing in already into this price target, and primarily why NIO has been going up. So if some of you have been following my NIO video that I posted just a few days ago, I said that I can see NIO going into the 50s and into all the way up almost $60 a share this week. And I posted this video during the weekend when it was still at around $48 a share. So right now at $53 a share, it seems like it's just taking that trajectory. So a lot of investors have noticed, not only because they have a lower point of entry, they can actually take advantage of buying more shares, and the fact that NIO started a little bit later and they have a lot of demand in China. Because again, NIO also has a lot of demand in China. NIO has a lot of support from the government. NIO is not just going to plan on doing 150,000 vehicles in China, it is planning on ramping up all the way up to 300,000 vehicles in China. And as well as the fact that they're going to be ramping up in Europe, starting in Norway, specifically Oslo, which was confirmed from the job openings here in LinkedIn just a few days ago last week. And we have already been confirmed that NIO is going to be introducing its first sedan, being introduced in NIO Day, which is this Saturday, January 9th, and it's going to definitely be one of the biggest catalysts for NIO, aside from the new 150 kilowatt battery that would essentially increase the range to over 900,000 kilometers on a single charge. We're also going to be learning in NIO Day about their second generations of battery swapping, which is extremely popular in China, as not a lot of people live like us in the United States with garages. A lot of people don't have the ability to simply have a garage and be able to charge their vehicles, up until the point that the superchargers from Tesla or other equivalents are ramping up into the country. Battery swapping is definitely a viable option right now. So all of these things are definitely being priced in into NIO as of right now, and why NIO went from the 40s into the 50s this week. But I can totally see NIO, like I said in my previous videos, closing $60 a share. This is just my opinion, it's not financial advice, but I do want to point out that if NIO does reach 300,000 vehicles by 2022, aside from the fact that they're definitely going to be having a brand new state-of-the-art sedan that's definitely going to be in somewhat of a competition with a Model 3, I can totally see NIO reaching well over $100, maybe even $200 a share towards 2022. This is a little bit on the longer term, guys. I'm talking about like 2 years in the future here, 2022 towards the end. That's what I'm talking about. If you're investing long term, both Tesla and NIO have tremendous upside. I see Tesla doubling 2x within the next 2 years, and I see NIO doubling at least maybe potentially 4x to where they are right now in the same time span. Now you guys may probably thinking, okay, so you're basically saying that NIO is better to be investing? All I'm saying is that NIO started a little bit later, and NIO has a lot of supporters, especially the Chinese government. NIO has some tremendous potential going forward, especially in the biggest EV market in the whole planet, which is China, and I can totally see NIO reaching into the 100, 150, maybe even potentially, and that's just my bull case, $200 a share. That will put it at 4x. But it is very likely that NIO will continue to be up and up, growing with Tesla also doubling 2x at the same time. You have to continue to do your own due diligence. This video was just for me to talk about the stock price, whether or not it is a good investment in my opinion, not financial advice. I just think that these both stocks have a lot of potential. And obviously I'm a little bit biased because I'm a little bit more invested into Tesla, but I see the potential into NIO, and that's why I talk about NIO every other video. But now I want to know your thoughts about this whole video. Where do you see the biggest upside? Do you believe that Tesla is going to reach over 1 million vehicles, doubling its share price, maybe potentially even more? What about NIO? Have you invested in both companies? Do you see NIO achieving 150,000 vehicles in 2021 and maybe potentially reaching 300,000? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to have a discussion with you guys because I am also learning from you guys as much as maybe I can help you guys have a little bit better perspective with my opinions on these stocks. So if you guys found this video informative, at the very least, just something that could give you some perspective, don't forget to subscribe to Electric Invest if you haven't done so already, if you're still watching up until this point. And I want to also point out that I have a Twitter account in which I share a lot of the insights that I find and some new pieces that I find that I share and retweet to help you guys get informed in between videos. And that is on Twitter at electric_invest. And with that being said, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.